Hey everybody, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's comedy drama, The Oval, Season 3, Episode 16, The Hornet'S Nest. And we know that Sam used that statement when he was talking to the VP, Eli. Now, this episode was I'm going to say the word predictable. I predicted what could possibly happen or might happen, and some of it did happen. It was predictable, so you knew there was no surprises. I don't think anything surprised me like, oh, I didn't see that coming. No, I saw everything coming. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Y'all let me know, but I did. Anyway, before we get on with this recap, let me just say, if you have not subscribed to my channel as of yet, please take a moment right now and hit that little subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell, and it'll let you know every time Barbie J uploads a new video. Then I ask for you to smash that like button and write a comment and share. So all I do, that's what I'm asking. Let's see, subscribe, comment, like, and share. All right, how about that? All right, help Barbie J's channel grow. Thank you. Now, this episode started off with Kareem. Kareem's in the van with Hunter, and he's punking up. See, he all tough any other time, but he ain't nothing but a punk in real life. He punking up. Even Hunter called him a punk ass, and I was sitting there thinking it in my head, but I would not say it out loud. And he asked the president was asking what Sharon had said. What did she tell him? And he kept saying, she didn't tell me nothing. She didn't tell me nothing. He's like, how dare you go to the cops on the president of the United States? It really takes a lot of balls to do that. Something like that. He said it's stupid. It's most definitely stupid, but it takes a lot of balls. And he told him he was going to show him his power and let him know who he is. And Kareem kept saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And Hunter said, you know what? He needs to make an example out of him. Else a lot of people will stop telling his business and trying to go report him to the police and stuff. So he said, I'm gonna just teach you how powerful I am. And he got up to walk out, and Kareem was screaming, no, no. He was saying, I got a child. I got a child. He said, unfortunately for you, that doesn't make any difference. That doesn't change me at all. See, they eat their own young, Kareem. And you should have found that out before you tried to be tough guy. And now look at the mess you in. And I told y'all, he's going to get Sharon and Dale in trouble now. And maybe get them hurt because he had to be stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. So Hunter gets out of the van and chats with Agent Grip and letting him know that he's doing a good job by getting him down there without, anyone seeing him. He basically was impressed by Agent Grip's logistic skills to maneuver and all of this stuff. So anyway, Hunter goes back upstairs to the hospital room, and Donald's in there looking at Jason and stuff, and Hunter's wondering, if anyone noticed he left, and Donald saying no. And Hunter started mentioning something about him with women a lot. Do you think I have a problem or something with females, with women? And Donald just did him a 180. Donald did a 180 because y'all know last episode he was getting a little forceful with the president, letting him know just because he see a woman he liked don't mean he can have her. But all of a sudden Donald's like, hey, you love the ladies, that's what you are. And he said, yeah, that's right. Tell my wife that. I was like, idiots, both of them, idiots. So then Donald suggests that Hunter goes back to the White House so that he and Victoria can, make a statement to the press and to the people of the United States. And he said, you think that's a good idea? He said, yeah. And he said, I'll meet you at the White House. He went home, he said, to take a shower. And that was that. And then we got Sam. They showing Sam. He gets up in the morning and Nancy's there. You know her. Hey, Sam, I made you breakfast. And so she's talking to him about, you messed up. And he was like, I don't need you to remind me that. She said, no, I'm not saying it to hurt you. He said, then why are you saying it like it's not hurt? She said, look, I messed up too. She said, and I know because Richard probably told you. She said, and I didn't give up. And she said, I'm just saying, just don't give up. on Priscilla. She'll come around and stuff. And he said, oh, I don't think you know Priscilla. She said, I know she got a good heart. And she said, anybody with a good heart, it's hard for them to stay mad at people. And she said, I know I'm right. She said, I'm always right. And as she was saying that, who goes knocking on the door? Priscilla's at her door. I said, oh my God, predictable. I knew that was happening. As soon as I heard tap, 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 I said, OMG, that's Priscilla. And so she shows up, she sees Sam, and they have a little quick exchange of nothing. It wasn't even nothing. She said, I don't want to talk to him. And Sam was trying to talk to Priscilla, and she didn't want to hear it. So Sam leaves, Nancy's like, oh, he was leaving anyway. And Sam said, yeah, thanks for the muffin, but I'll have to pass on it for now. And so he leaves, and Priscilla and Nancy are there, and she's like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know what's going on. She said, well, let's sit down, have some coffee and chat. And that's what they do. She talks about, they just talk about any old thing. And then she said, I need to go back into work. And she's like, you going back in? She's like, yeah, because if I stay home, I'll go crazy. And you know how that is. If you don't keep busy and doing stuff, your mind starts wandering. You start thinking about things. So Nancy understands. And she's like, the truth is, if I'm going to be alone, if I'm divorcing him and I'm going to be alone, I need to save up some money. So then Richard comes in and he sees Priscilla there and he's acting strange. And he was like, oh, okay. She's like, hello, Richard. And she said, let me leave. He said, oh, you going to work? Yeah, I'm going to work. You sure? Richard, stop looking at her like she crazy. You were acting worse than her. You were actually acting worse than her, Richard. Get it together, baby. Check yourself. Stop looking at her like she's crazy. And you didn't have to work with her. Yeah, you had to come home to the person, but she had to work with the woman they had sex with. We still ain't heard about Richard saying nothing to his daddy. He ain't said nothing to his daddy yet about it. And as far as we know, his daddy's still alive. So why haven't he said anything to his daddy about what happened with his wife? Let's get back to that. You know what I mean, TP? Let us know what's going on with that. Anyway. We got Lily and Bobby chatting over breakfast, and she wants to get herself out of this mess that she got herself into. And he's like, no, I'll protect you. She said, no, I don't want you to, help me or to save me or whatever. She's like, you always have to be saving me. So she said, I want to get out of this myself. I want my life back. So she said she gonna go file for divorce, and that she wanted to call a lawyer, and that she had the number. So Bobby said, well, I got a phone with a secure line. And she's like, oh, you do? It can't be traced? No, it can't be traced. Okay. So her dumb butt takes the phone. He shows her what to do so don't be traced. Her trifling behind goes into the bathroom and calls Donald and starts taunting him and trying to get under his skin and stuff. But before she did that, they showed Max walking over to Bobby and says, they sound like an old married couple. They really do, Bobby and Lily. And he's like, Bobby's like, look, just shut up and just don't say anything to me, man. Don't say nothing. And he go, she's not going to call no lawyer. She going to call him. He said, I know. He said, but can it be traced? No, it can't be traced. He said, but I think she's going to call him and then call a lawyer, So, and that's what she did. She started talking to Donald, and he thought that it was Kyle calling at first. He was getting out of the shower. I said, look at Donald, all wet and shiny, and he actually was looking delicious, I tell you. So he said, so when he said, Kyle, is that you? She said, no, it's your other lover. No, it's your other lover. Yes, your undercover lover. So she told him, basically that she was filing for divorce and that she's gonna kill him and herself, and that he better, beef up his security. And he's like, well, thanks for letting me know, and I already have beefed it up. She was like, oh, that's good. And then she's like sharing how Bobby is taking care of her in the bedroom. And she didn't say like that. She said he was effing her, like she has never experienced before in her life. And Donald kind of chuckled about it and stuff. And he said he just went along with it basically. But I don't think he liked it. When she was saying it, like I said, he chuckled, but I don't think he really liked it. So he said, ended with like, I'm looking forward to our showdown. And then he said, by the way, is Kyle with you? And she said, yes. He said, well, can I speak to him? She said, no, he's thirsty. And Donald chuckled, knowing because all that water, they were waterboarding her. So anyway, they hung up, and next thing you know, Donald's quickly calling Alan. Anyhow, then they go to Hunter arriving back to the White House, and he in the bedroom, and Victoria's there. And, they going back with their little jabs between them because she started with the, why are you back so soon? Did they replace the young nurses with the old geriatric ones or something like that? She said. Or did she just say old ones? Maybe I just added that. I don't know. It sounded funny. So he was like, look, I was there for my son. She's like, yeah, right. And I was saying the same thing. Yeah, right. Then somehow they started talking about, they mentioned Ellie and the random gang violence and her getting shot, that bullet, something with the bullet. I was like, you know what, that's sickening. So Hunter, he vowed that he was going to get down to the bottom of it, that he knows that Victoria, had her killed and stuff. So she wants to discuss the VP, but he doesn't, and he just dismisses her and walk away. But I gotta tell y'all, I'm kind of liking that little blue pantsuit that Victoria has on, because it looks like it's a separate navy blue belt, but it's not separate. I think that it's stitched into the suit jacket, so when she closes it, it looks like it's a belt all the way across. But I wanted her to stand up again. I didn't get a good look at it, but I think that's kind of cute. It's cuter than that gold or yellow dress she had on that was on for 3 episodes. It was sickening looking at that. Ooh, her child. Anyhow, Victoria calls Simone and she wants to meet her at the White House. And Simone's like, it's not going to happen. And she's like, why? What are you afraid of? She said, I'm not afraid of anything, dear. So either you come or I'll go to the press. And she's like, go to the press? Whatever do you mean? She said, we are clean. And she said, no one is clean. Did you remember that vetting process you went through? Did you think we didn't see it, or we just turned our heads the other way? And I said, oh God, here she is, the Wicked Witch of the West, making up some stuff. And she said, well, look, I said, I'm not coming. She said, no, dear, you're going to come because you're a nosy effing bitch, biatch, and all this stuff. She was calling her names anyway. I get sick of her. She said, so I'll see you at noon. And they hang up. Simone tells Eli and asks, should she go? And he's like, no, he didn't think it was a good idea. She said, what do you think she's talking about? Do you think she made up something? Because we didn't have anything that was a problem in our vetting, So then all of a sudden Simone is like, maybe I should go and let her know just who her opponent is, you know. She said, I mean, honey, it's the White House. What is she going to do? She won't do anything to me to hurt me in the White House. I said, girl, are you crazy? You know who Victoria is? She didn't kill her own child in the White House. She don't care. But Eli kept saying he didn't think it was a good idea, and she said, no, it'll be fine. He said, are you sure? Yes, it'll be. She said, you just go on and take the children to school. And he said, okay, baby, see you later. Let me stop being silly. So then they show Sharon and Dale, and she's asking Dale if Kareem came home yet, and he's like, no. She's like, she didn't come home. Oh no, something's wrong. Oh my God, maybe he's at the pharmacy. So they decide to call him a couple of times again, and then they said, let's go to the pharmacy. So Dale was getting up real slow. You remember, he just came out of the hospital 2 days ago, so he's getting up real slow to go there. And in the meanwhile, they got Donald showing up at Alan's apartment and is fussing about him not answering his calls or even returning them, and he wants Alan to get his butt dressed and get to work. And Alan's like, yeah, I'm gonna get there. And Alan decides to start thanking him for checking in on him, and then says that Donald was like a father figure to him. I said, say what? Now that one I didn't see coming, y'all. That's the one thing I didn't see coming. This sounded real strange. And Donald's like, so what are you saying? You want to be my son? I was saying the same thing. I said, what you need a daddy? I thought he was coming on to him sexually at first. I was like, damn, where's this going? So he said, no, no, sir, it's not like that. I have a lot of respect for you, and I hope you can look at me as someone who got your back and you can trust. And now his dumb ass is saying so many things to the point where even Donald is like, in so many words, are you telling me that you want to work closer to the president? Even after all that been done with or went down with Ellie and stuff, and he's like, yeah, yeah. He said, you two the most powerful men, and he said, I never told anybody this, but honestly, he said, I want to run for office one day. He said, well, look at you wanting to run for office. Your girlfriend's not even in the ground yet. Not even body, not even on the ground yet, and you already moving on. He said, well, sir, that's was how I'm feeling. I said, oh God, I already see this. Don't y'all already see what's gonna happen? You already see what he gonna do. He trying to get close to him so he could kill him. He is pissed. You need to get close to Victoria, not so much to Hunter right now. Anyway, Sam goes to meet with Eli and his ass, and his ass was he followed. Eli's like, well, you followed? And he's like, look, they have a VP detail, so the president or whoever, the chief of staff, they will know that I was here, but it's okay. And Eli asks, what was the chief of staff saying? And Sam stated that he had asked about the children. He said, oh, I thought he was just fishing, which he was anyway. And he asked if Kyle was talking. And he's like, no, sir, but how long can I hold him? And he's like, I'm not sure. And he's like, what? You're not sure, sir? With all due respect, what you're going to, what they're going to, that they're going to bury me if I keep holding him for doing this. And he said, I know, I'll handle it. Don't worry. He's like, you sure? He said, do you think all of this is going to work? Because Sam is like, wait up, you're going to get me in trouble. He said, you created like a hornet's nest. And that's what he said it. That's the title, right? And he's like, Eli's like, I'm not sure now. See, they're not sure because of what Victoria did. So now they on the fence. He's on the fence. His wife don't seem to be, but he is. So he asked Sam, he said, other reason I really called you is because my wife is meeting with the first lady and I wanted to know if you could watch out for her, and Sam was like, yeah, I can do that. And so they shook hands and they left. And that was that scene. Then they show Alan showing up to the White House and he chats for a couple of seconds with Alonzo at the security check-in. And Alonzo's asking him, why was you there late last night? He said, I was called in by Donald. And he goes, for what? And he goes, you can't ask me that. He really can't. That's private, personal. He said, well, did you bring anything with you? And he's like, no. If you don't believe it, look at the daggone cameras. He said, I did. And he started to go show him. And Alan got mad and said, you know me. Look, stop. He goes, and he just walks away and walks in. See, Alonzo's was about to show him, homie, I saw you bend down. I was watching the cameras. The other security guy didn't see you, but I saw it. I said, oh, busted. Can't be trusted. Then they show Max again. He gets on my nerves. He's just going crazy. He's harassing Sam. He calling Sam and harassing him again. Some more about Kyle and says he's going to leave the truck there so that Sam can deliver the package, meaning Kyle, into the back of it so he could just mess him up or whatever. But you know what? Sam is like, you keep holding your breath, Max. It ain't going to happen. And didn't he? Well, hold on a minute. Oh, Sam goes to see. He goes to see Kyle, and he's telling Kyle the only way he's going to get out of this is if he talks to him and give him info. He let him know he's the only one that can help him because you can't communicate with anybody down where he is because there's no signal in that area. So Sam asked him, did you shoot agents Uma and Max? And Kyle would not answer. He wouldn't answer for nothing. He just joked about it and stuff. And he said, you know what, Sam, this is not funny anymore. I'm starting to get pissed. And Sam was like, I don't give a F if you getting pissed. I said, what? Did Sam just swear? Did y'all hear Sam say that F word? I said, oh, shoot. He said, well, I'm going to start tearing your life apart when I get out of here. He said, and I think I'm going to start with your wife. And Sam was like, you best to be careful, homeboy. You better be careful. He was like, else you'll never get out. He said, and he threw him one of them kiss. He did a kiss at him. Like, hey, gay boy. No, let me tell you, he didn't do that like that. But he did throw a kiss at him. I was like, oh, and even Kyle had to laugh at that one because I thought it was funny. I was like, oh, no, you didn't see him throw him a kiss. Yeah. And then it ended with the pharmacy. Dale and Sharon at the pharmacy. And did y'all notice how fast Dale was moving? Dale was moving very fast and alert and everything all of a sudden. I said, hold up. You supposed to be in pain. Now you just like damn running through the pharmacy, doing a break dance and all this stuff. Anyway, and Sharon's like, Kareem, where you at, baby? Kareem. I was like, oh God. And then they call him again on the phone, and Sharon's like, no, we got to go to the police now. And Dale's like, it's not a good idea. Don't do it. He could be hurt. And so when he's like, if he hurt, then he can't answer no phone or nothing. And she's like, don't say that. You can't say that. I was like, oh, she worried about her boo. And she started acting like stupid Kareem, wanting to go to the police and report. What you going to go and say? What you going to go do, girl? And all of a sudden, you hear the door, clunk, 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 something in the back. She's like, Kareem. And who comes around the corner? But Hunter and Agent Grip. No Kareem, just Hunter and Agent Grip. Even if they tried to run, it ain't going to happen. Each one of them, both of them could be caught because Dale can't run worth of nothing. He all stitched up. So we're going to see how it ends. That's the way this episode went. Y'all let me know down in the comment section how you felt about it. Okay, and we see next week. I don't know what's supposed to happen next week. The first lady and second lady, they meet and stuff. And I don't know. Anyway, it's your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.